Football is more than just a game. It's a ladder to unimaginable wealth. Many of today's stars were once kids with nothing, but now they own private jets, mansions worth millions, and fleets of supercars. But here's the question. Can you afford their lifestyle? Stay tuned, because number 1 is a shocker. First in number 10th, Kevin De Bruyne, with the net worth. $70 million, born in a small town in Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne faced rejection early on in his career. 1. Club even let him go because they thought he was too shy. But he turned that pain into passion, and today, he's Manchester City's midfield general. Before becoming Manchester City's midfield genius, De Bruyne was just a shy kid from Belgium who faced rejection early in his career. In 2008, he made his debut for Genk and never looked back. Transfer fees and salary. He earns over $20 million a year at City. With a career transfer history crossing $80 million, his income sources are Nike endorsements, real estate investments, and smart financial planning. The lifestyle. De Bruyne lives while owning a luxurious mansion in Cheshire, drives a sleek Mercedes G-Wagon, and loves a quiet family life. From being called too quiet to becoming one of the loudest names in football. That's De Bruyne's story. Next, at number 9, Andres Iniesta with the net worth of $120 million plus. Iniesta grew up in a humble Spanish village. His parents even worked at a winery to support his dream. The boy who left home at 12 to join La Masia is now a global icon. Iniesta almost gave up football due to homesickness at Barcelona's academy. But in 2002, he made his debut for Barcelona and went on to become a legend. Transfer and salary, though. His Barcelona days defined him. Iniesta earned massive paychecks in Japan with Vissel Kobe, up to $30 million yearly. He earns money with his wine business, Bodega Iniesta, Nike endorsements, and global appearances. Iniesta owns luxury villas in Spain and Japan, drives Audis and BMWs, and even runs his family vineyard. From vineyards to victory laps, Iniesta turned childhood sacrifice into generational wealth. Next, at number 8, Gareth Bale with the net. Worth $145 million. Once a boy from Cardiff with an obsession for football and golf, Gareth Bale faced doubts about his stamina and strength. But Real Madrid believed, signing him for a record $100 million. Before the fame, Bale was just a kid from Cardiff, Wales, running faster than anyone else on the pitch. In 2006, he debuted for Southampton. Bale earned up to $33 million annually. At Madrid, his Alos have Adidas sponsorships, property investments, and now a booming golf business in Wales. Bale owns a mansion with its own golf course, drives Bentley Continentals, and spends holidays on private yachts. From a skinny kid to the world's most expensive transfer, Bale built a life as rich as his shots. Even after retiring, Bale earns more than most active players. Next, at 7. Zlatan Ibrahimovic with the net worth, $190 million. Zlatan grew up in a tough neighborhood in Sweden, surrounded by poverty and crime. Football was his escape, but his ego was his weapon. Growing up in Malmö, Sweden, Zlatan faced poverty, crime, and tough streets. In 1999, he debuted for Malmö FF and changed his destiny. Across Juventus, Inter, Barcelona, PSG, and more, Zlatan's transfers total over $170 million. His income sources are Nike, Volvo, his clothing line AZ, and autobiography sales. Lifestyle. Zlatan owns luxury homes in Sweden and LA, a collection of Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and even his own private jet. From poverty to private jets, Zlatan's story proves one thing. Lions don't dream, they hunt. From a kid stealing bikes to buying supercars, Zlatan is the definition of a self-made millionaire. Moving forward. 6. Wayne Rooney. Net worth, $170 million Rooney grew up in Liverpool in a working-class family where money was scarce. Signed by Everton at just 16, his life changed forever. Raised in a working-class Liverpool family, Rooney exploded onto the scene in 2002 at Everton, scoring a wonder goal at just 16 salary. At his peak with Manchester United, Rooney earned $20 million annually. Income sources: Nike, Coca-Cola, Derby County Management, and real estate. Lifestyle: Rooney's Cheshire mansion includes a cinema, gym, and pool. His car collection includes Range Rovers and BMWs. From council: estates to English estates, Rooney's journey defines working class to world class. Moving on next. Quick question for you. If you had $100 million, would you spend it on a supercar collection like Ronaldo or a luxury mansion like Messi? Comment below. I want to see who wins this battle of luxury. Now, let's move to the top 5. Number 5. Neymar Jr. Net worth: $200 million. Born in poverty in Brazil, Neymar's father was his manager and motivator. At 11, he was spotted by scouts and life was never the same. Growing up in Brazil, Neymar's family struggled financially, often unable to pay bills. But in 2009, he debuted for Santos, and life changed overnight. Transfer fees: $263 million. Move to PSG remains the most expensive in history. Income sources: Puma deal, Netflix documentaries, poker tournaments, and real estate. Lifestyle: Neymar owns a $10 million mansion in Rio, Ferraris, a custom-made yacht, and a private jet. He's famous for extravagant parties with celebrities. From barefoot streets to billion-dollar contracts, Neymar became football's rock star. From street football to private islands, Neymar is luxury personified. Next. 4. Lionel Messi. Net worth: $600 million. As a child, Messi battled growth hormone deficiency. His parents couldn't afford treatment, but Barcelona offered to pay if he joined them. That decision changed football forever. Salary: at Barcelona, Messi's contract peaked at $674,000 per week. Now at Inter Miami, he earns over $50 million a year. In 2004, he debuted for Barcelona. The rest is history. Income sources: lifetime Adidas deal, Pepsi, hotels, and his clothing brand. Lifestyle: Messi owns mansions in Barcelona, Miami, and Rosario, drives Ferraris, and vacations on luxury yachts. From medical struggles to Miami mansions, Messi turned every setback into a setup for greatness. Next. The 3. Cristiano Ronaldo. Net worth: $630 million. Born into poverty. In Madeira, Portugal, Ronaldo's family couldn't even afford a football. His father worked as a kitman, and young Ronaldo often went hungry. Ronaldo even cleaned the streets as a kid. In 2002, he debuted for Sporting Lisbon. Transfer fees: over $200 million across Sporting, United, Real, Juventus, and Al Nassr. Income sources: CR7 brand, hotels, gyms, clothing, Nike lifetime deal, Bugatti sponsorships. Lifestyle: Ronaldo owns mansions in Madrid and Portugal, Bugatti 110, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and even a Gulfstream G200 private jet. From sharing rooms with siblings to owning palaces, Ronaldo defines football's rags to riches fairy tale. Next, let's pause for a moment. Who do you think deserves the title of the richest footballer ever? Messi with his talent, Ronaldo with his empire, or a surprise name? Drop your pick in the comments before we reveal number 2 and 1. Number 2. David Beckham. Net worth: $450 million. Beckham grew up in East London, son of a kitchen fitter and hairdresser. His dream? To play for Manchester United. And he did, becoming a global superstar in a modest family, dreaming of playing for Manchester United. In 1992, he made his debut for United salary, earned millions at United, Real Madrid, LA Galaxy, and PSG. Income sources: Inter Miami ownership, Adidas lifetime contract, fashion ventures, whiskey brand. Lifestyle, Beckham owns. Mansions in London and Miami, a collection of Bentleys and Aston Martins and private jets with Victoria Beckham. From East London streets to billionaire boardrooms, Beckham built an empire beyond football. Top 1, the most richest football in the world is Faik Bolkiah, the net worth. $20 billion born in Los Angeles but raised in Brunei royalty, Faik never had financial struggles. He is the nephew of the Sultan of Brunei, one of the richest men in the world. Faik didn't face poverty like others, but he chose football anyway, debuting in 2014 for Chelsea's youth team. Salary, played at Leicester City's youth team, though football isn't his main income. Income sources: royal inheritance, oil wealth, and investments. Lifestyle: Faik owns palaces, luxury cars like Bugatti Veyron, and has access to Brunei's royal collection of over 7,000 cars. For Faik, football is just passion, not a paycheck, because when you're born into billions, wealth is your starting point. So, now that you've seen the riches of football's biggest stars, which one shocked you the most? Neymar's crazy lifestyle, Messi's comeback story, or Faik's royal fortune? Comment your answer below. And don't forget to subscribe. To Can You Afford?